Hello YouTube and hello 18. This is Zach and today I'm going to be talking about the very highly requested ILAW, I don't know, by SB19 on the Wishbus performance. I've seen several performances already from the Wishbus and they've all been fantastic. So I'm looking forward to this. I'm sure this is going to be great as well. And I've got the names down. Ken, Justin, Josh, Pablo, and Stell. It's funny because my editor just edited me out getting the names wrong because I forgot for a second, but I got them. I got the names.
Wait a minute, not Kevin.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. This is going to be great, I'm sure. Let's get right into it. Let's go.
Kanina ay nahuli ang aking sarili. Nagangiti na naman at nagkukubli. Nang tunay na
baritone sound that you always get from
Ken.
Yeah, he used a little bit of nasality. I guess the Tagalog language maybe lends itself to some kind of more nasal, slightly nasal sounds. You hear it from all of them, and there's no problem with a nasal sound. The way that I've always learned about nasality, having the sound like nasal kind of thing, is that it's like salt. You know, if you put too much salt on food, it won't taste good. But if you have the right amount, you know, you have enough salt on it, it'll flavor it very well. Nasality comes from the sound traveling through the nasal port into the nasopharynx. I mean, this is a very massive simplification, but basically you've got the larynx and then you got the pharynx up here, and the pharynx splits into two: the oropharynx, which is the mouth, and the nasopharynx, which is the nose. So whenever the nasal port is open and the vibration is traveling into the nasal cavity, you get And so I know that Tagalog uses that sound in a lot of its words, but in like English, you know, in the word English, right? You can hear that buzzy thing. One way that you can tell if you have nasality in your singing is if you hold your nose. And if you sing and you feel a buzz in your if you feel a buzz in your fingers, it'll tell you that you're nasal. And if holding your nose inhibits the sound from being clear, that means you've got sound in your nasal port as well. So if you hold your nose and only on the end sounds it does that, but otherwise everything is clear, you don't have nasality in your sound. And like I said, it's not necessarily a bad thing that they're using some nasality here, but some people struggle with creating nasal sounds and they don't even mean to. Sometimes they don't want to sound nasal. They want to sound clear and clean without that. And so holding your nose is a really quick and easy trick to at least be able to tell yourself if you're nasal or not and help you maybe adjust around it.
Kung na naman mahanap aking susi, saang lupalag ko ba to na itabi, pasintabi na naman na naman. Nalilito, nahihilo na sa inyo.
Nice O vowel.
Sarili kong pagkatao.
He looks really different. They all look so different here. I don't know which one's which now. I thought I had it down, but they all look different. You gotta. I know that was Pablo with the long hair, but like I haven't seen him with long hair. I know that Ken had the blonde hair, the short blonde hair, but the other guys, I'm not so sure. You got to help me out. Is this Stell? It sounds like Stell's voice. I'm not sure. They're all dressed very differently. Their hairs are different colors. Anyway, I love the way that Pablo delivered this line. Had such a nice sense of legato. You heard some really nice grace notes. Like grace notes is if I sing oh, and if I went oh instead, if I kind of do like a flip up to it instead and kind of made it sound bluesy or soulful, that's called a grace note. You had some really nice grace notes. Like there. Oh, like that's a great sounding grace note. It sounded so fluid. It gives it that like little pop. It gives it that edge, that kind of soulful thing that if you just sing it straight, it doesn't quite have that same effect. And I don't know who this is. Sorry guys, you got to tell me. I don't know. I'm confused. But what I really liked about his singing here is that he did a really good job of rounding his vowels on his O's. Like oh, I'm singing an octave down because these guys are tenors. But watch. Say oh. If you see his O vowels really well rounded, it's important to round your vowels when they're rounded vowels like O and oo. You know, you want your lip shape or your embouchure to match the vowel that you're singing. If a lot of people will go like really wide, you'll see this thing open your mouth up wide. Don't do that, because not only does it distort the sound of the vowel you're trying to create, it also creates extraneous facial tension. So if you're singing an O, just oh. If you're singing an ah, just ah. You don't have to go oh, You don't have to do any of that stuff. It's like, don't do it. It's inefficient. It makes your singing worse. And I know the reason I'm kind of being more instructive in this video is because so many of you have told me that, you know, a lot of you can't afford voice lessons and things like that. A lot of you can't really get some voice instruction. Typically in my videos, I don't try to teach much. I just analyze and give you some knowledge, but I want to give you guys some pointers since I know a lot of you say you can't really afford voice lessons. So yeah, so generally round your lips on your rounded vowels, you know, drop your jaw on your neutrals, ahs and uhs and things like that. Don't spread your lips out wide. I don't know if any of you would be American football fans, but in American football, we have this thing called a field goal post. And the way I tell people is make the field goal post with the sign on the sides of your lips. And if your lips go out beyond the field goal post, your embouchure is too wide. So he does a really good job on this. Oh, nice rounded. You can see the insides of the lips kind of narrowing inward. Oh, you can see that, right? And that's a sign that the embouchure is really clean. But yeah, good grace notes here. Yeah, really soulful. A lot of grace notes. Nice move up into the head voice. Nice, interesting little modulation. That chord was cool.
Wish 107.5.
Ooh, good legato. Yeah, so that line right there, what I want you all to listen to here, I don't remember the melody specifically, but what I want you all to listen to is how it's just one liquid, fluid line. It doesn't break.
Wish 107.5.
Da, 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 da. Like really just linear liquid line. Beautiful legato. Yeah, good legato. Interesting harmonies. Pablo really lets it rip when he sings. He sings with so much intention, you know. Like I get worried about him when I watch it because it's so intense, like it's so engaged, you know. But it doesn't sound like he's working too hard. It doesn't sound like he's straining or anything like that. He's just singing with so much intent. You know, his eyes are closed really tight. Yet sometimes you have to be careful about with that because, like, if you close your eyes too tightly, the sides of your face can get really tense. And now it's not affecting him at all. He's doing fine, but a lot of people struggle with that. You'll get this like forehead, facial tension type thing that can make it really inhibiting to sing, but he's managing it really well here. So that's, you know, everybody learns ways to break the rules, right? You learn the rules and you learn how to break them. So he's doing that here. So it's not terrible or anything, but I would say be careful. You know, if you're going to be singing and doing this like really tight facial stuff, be very careful with that.
Inakalang magbabago Kabayaran ba dito'y sarili ko'y maglalaho Sino mang may tenga sa mga
that's gotta be Snell, right? That really high-pitched tenor timbre. Nice transition to the head voice. So, all right, this is a side thing. This isn't about singing. I just have to ask, because I've seen it so many times. Maybe you all can explain it to me. Like, everyone's crowded around this bus. So does this bus just pop up in the middle of the city and people sing? Like, how does it work? Also, it looks like it'd be incredibly hot. Look at all the moisture on the windows. It's got to be hot in there. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so how does this work? Do people just, is there an announcement? Oh, the Wishbus is going to be here. Everyone come watch? Or how does this work? I'm really curious. It just seems so relatively random, but there's always so many people around when it happens. So yeah, tell me about this. So in terms of analysis of this song, the song's a bit more straightforward when it comes to arrangement. You know, it's not like the last one that I did. I think it was Time or Mappa. It was Mappa, where there was a lot, and it's not over yet, so maybe I haven't seen it all yet, but there was a lot of polyphony and there was a lot of inner motion of the inner voices, and it was more choral. This is a little more straightforward, where each of the guys are kind of taking lines and singing solos with each of these lines. So I would say that the level of complexity is not quite as high as some of the other ones. This is a little more straightforward, but what it allows you to do is kind of see the highlights of each of the singers. You know, you kind of hear their distinctive traits a little more clearly than when you hear them all in an ensemble. In case you did not know, it is harder than ever to grow on this platform, so please like and subscribe. It helps me out so much. On that note, I also am a professional singing teacher. I teach voice lessons for a living. Join my Discord server if you're interested in that kind of thing. I teach all the time. I'd be more than happy to give you a free assessment. It's totally free, 30 minutes, where you can get a good idea of where your voice is at, and we can game plan for the future from there. I also have a Patreon, I have memberships, I have a merch store, all kinds of ways that you can support this channel. Please consider supporting me. I would appreciate it so much. Thank you, and back to the video.
Ito na naman ako, patungo sa presinto. Nag-iisip ng kung ano-ano, kailan bang laya ko dito? Ito na naman ako, pwede bang ipagpaliban muna ng isang linggo?
Now, I'm trying to look at these lyrics too, and I don't think the translator is doing a very good job. So maybe you all can help me kind of understand, like, can I be postponed for a week? Like, that could mean a lot of things. That doesn't really, I don't know, I don't get it. So the lyrics, I don't really know what's going on. Maybe you all can help me with this. I don't know which singer this is. Who is that? I don't know. He's got the white hair, but honestly, I think that he's doing a bang-up job of a performance in this song. I really like the way that he's navigating these lines. Such good legato, open, clear vowels. You can hear, especially on his O vowels, they're really, really resonant. Oh, 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 like his O vowels are really nice. Good diction, very clear, and obviously I don't know the words, but I can tell that he's being very clear and deliberate with the delivery of the words. Good diction. Another good O vowel. So we talked about a descant in a video a couple of videos ago. Here, Pablo's singing a descant, that oh, that kind of thing in the background, singing over the main melody is kind of like a higher, more intense background singing line that isn't supposed to overtake the melody. That's called a descant. So you can hear Pablo singing this descant here. Good. Wow, the song grows. It gets really big, you know? Big emotional swell. Big, wow, big interval jump there. So intervals are the distances between, two notes. So yeah, that's at least an octave. I mean, it's an octave going up from, I guess it's in the third octave straight up into the fourth octave. That's a big jump. A little bit of rasp, a little bit of that guttural, raspy type stuff. I don't really teach that very much, but yeah, that's pretty popular these days for people to do. Okay, so here we got an example of counterpoint. This is gonna be hard to demonstrate, especially since I'm only one voice, but so what you've got here is you have to split these guys almost into like two groups. And two or three of them, and I can't tell who's singing what because they're all singing together. Two or three of them are singing the main melody. So like, da da da, and then da 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 da. So da da da. You hear that in the background. So what's happening is there's a recapitulation of the same melody, but it's in a higher range, and it's kind of like rhythmically offset. It syncopates a little bit. Syncopate means that it's on the upbeat. It comes in on the upbeat. So it creates what we call rhythmic counterpoint. And that is an extremely complicated topic that I could go hours and hours about, but we're not hearing as much of the harmonic vocabulary as we heard in some of the other songs. And in that, we aren't hearing those close harmonies. We aren't hearing the really lush major minor, that kind of thing. But what we are hearing is a counterpoint between the voices. So you have like a call and response type effect. Yeah, it's two lines of singers. Like, so there's 5 people singing 2 lines, and those lines are kind of like crossing over with each other rhythmically. That's counterpoint.
Wishclusive on Wish 107.5.
I kind of want to listen to this all the way through on my own because there's a lot going on here, and musically, I think that there's a lot of intricacy and subtlety to this that I was not able to pick up on in one listen, so I'll probably listen to this on my own separately. But what I really like how intense it was. I really like how it built. And one thing that I thought was really cool, it actually reminded me of the song Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls. There's a point kind of in the middle where it kind of, the apex of the song, where the meter changed. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, here it is. I found it. It took me a minute, but I found it. So up to this point in the song, the rhythm is kind of like ba da 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 da. It kind of has this like swing feel. But this part, you can hear his rhythm is a lot more square. It doesn't have that da 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 da. It's da 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 da. You can hear it a lot more square rhythm. Whereas before, had almost like a 6/8, not 6/8, but has like a swing feel. But then once he gets into this rap, you can hear it become square. But here something really interesting happens. The subgroupings of the rhythm changes. So you get this da 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 da. So 1 2 da 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 da. Instead of being a straight 4, it goes 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4. You hear that kind of rhythmic pattern. So basically, when you have 4 measures of 4/4. You can subdivide that in a lot of different ways. And what they do is they make 2 subdivisions of 6 and 1 subdivision of 4. So you hear 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4. So listen to it again here. I'll count it. Here. 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 1 4 5 6 1. Okay, well there it goes back to the normal. But in that little middle section, yeah, you can clearly hear they change the subdivision of the beats, and it gives it this like 6/6/4 feel. Anyway, I know I've already gone through the song. I just thought that was pretty cool. There's a lot of little subtleties and nuance in here that I really need to go back and listen to it all to be able to pick up on it. But great song. I wish I knew what it was about. Maybe you all can help me understand the context of it. Also, please consider subscribing to me on Patreon. Even just $1 goes so far. If everybody who watches my videos subscribed for $1, I would be able to make all these videos as much as you guys wanted. There's all sorts of benefits on my Patreon where you can see the videos early. I take requests. You see some videos I don't put on YouTube. There's all kinds of stuff. So please consider subscribing on Patreon. And that's pretty much it, guys. I've been trying to do one SB19 video per week, and we'll see what next week brings. Put your suggestions in the comments. Thanks, 18. Thanks, guys. Bye.